Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be looking at Streamlit with layouts and organization. Let's get started. So to start out with, we're going to import Streamlit as st, and we'll just leave it at that for now. And let's go on, and the first thing we want to look at is using example one here. We're going to do a sidebar. Okay, so we have a website, so let's say st.title, let's just call it my dashboard. Okay, and you want to have a sidebar off to the side where people can change and pick whatever they want from the side. So we can say options is equal to st.sidebar, and we want select box. Okay, so we can say choose view, and maybe they want an overview. Maybe they want an overview, or maybe they want a detailed view. Okay, maybe just details. So we can say st.right, you picked, and we'll just say options. Actually, you know what, this makes better sense to be option. Okay, so first off, we need to make sure and run this. I'm going to actually go here and clear this, and we'll say Streamlit run apps / Streamlit, and this is layouts organization. And notice now we have an initial one where it says, oh, you picked overview. We can now pick this side view, and they pick details. So you notice here that it can be interactive, and it hides based on this little arrow here, and you can see it has a lot of nice visualizations going on in there. Now, the next thing that we want to do is maybe deal with columns. Okay, and I'm going to do this all in one, so we can see there can be a bunch of things going on, and if it messes them up, we'll show you how to clean them up. So now let's look at columns. So we can say call 1, call 2, and we're going to set up columns of 1 and 2. Now we can do something kind of cool. We can say call 1 dot right left column, and then call 2 dot right column. Okay, and we can run this. And notice now we have left column, right column, and we can have people pick maybe a detailed overview for this first part. Okay, or maybe later on we can have this set up where instead of picking out, here, and I'll actually just close this off. Maybe instead of picking up their outputs or whatever else that they want to pick, maybe these are going to be types of visualizations that they want to see, and maybe we'll do an example like that maybe a little bit later on. All right, so that does our columns. Okay, and now let's go on and add in example 3 here. We're going to do metrics. So we can say Streamlit.metric, and we'll say sales, and we'll say 200K. Okay, and then we'll do another one. So st.metric of profit, and we'll say 50K. All right, so let's go on and let's refresh this. And notice now they have this nice sales, 200K, profit, 50K. It has this nice look to it for us. All right. Now let's try and maybe move these into the sidebar. So let's mix things together, okay? So first off, we'll create up some options. Okay. And let's do this. Instead of this, let's pull up, what do we want to do? Let's maybe use metrics and actually, you know what? Let's before we do that. So we have our metrics here. I've noticed that this doesn't look kind of weird. Let's put them off side by side for now. Really quickly before we get into that. Let's do columns first. And we have our column 1, column 2. And so let's set this up to be metric 1, metric 2. And let's just have it do metric 1, metric 2. Oh, I notice here we have some interesting things that have happened here, okay? This is just something I wanted you to see, is that notice it didn't come out the way we wanted it to. It gave us what these actual items are, okay? Because notice we used right here. So let's take a look at what we're actually supposed to do, okay? Because again, I'm just wanting to show you of what I've taught you and what we're able to actually do. All right, so let's go back over and actually do this in the way that we're supposed to. So first off, we don't actually want to put these in, because one of the first things that's actually happening with this is when we put these in here, okay, you notice how notice this is a delta generator. It has all this information in it. Part of that's coming from this, all right? So again, notice this is what you would assume we would want to write in. We would want to try and write it out. That is not the case, okay? So let's actually do this. Let's actually, here, we'll cut it up so that we actually play with it the way that we want to, okay? So first off, to do this, it's going to be with a column. So with col1, let's move this here, and then we can say with col2. And so now let's take a look. All right, so now we have them each inside of these equally spaced columns, okay? Later on, we may do these with some bar charts, okay? We could maybe play with that as well. But for now, let's go on and, you know what, let's actually do that so that we can have a little bit of fun with this. So let's take what we've done in some of the previous sections, okay, and do that. So let's take things that we've learned. Let's have some fun. So let's do, let's call this, column chart example. Okay, so we have Streamlit. Let's also go on and import pandas as PD. Let's import NumPy as NP. Let's go on and recreate up data that we had, I believe we had with our data here. So let's grab this and let's post it down here. So this is just creating up a data set. We're creating up a data frame. We have products, ABC. You you know what? No, I don't want this one. Let's do one with, let's do this one. I like this one better. So this one here, we're creating up some chart data. We have some random data. We have 20 rows, 3 columns. We have products A, B, C. And we want to create up at least 2 columns here. Okay, so let's do create up 2 equal width columns. So call 1, call 2 is equal to st dot columns 2. And then we'll say with call 1, we want st dot header to be bar chart, and we want st dot bar chart of chart data. And then we'll say with call 2, st dot header, and we'll call this the line chart. And we'll say st dot line chart of chart data. So now we have up a nice mini display here, and we should, if we were run this, get 2 nice looking bar charts. Well, we have a bar chart and a line chart showing the exact same data, but in different ways. So this is a great way for you guys to start creating up your own, well, dashboards, okay, in a very, very simple amount of time. So I hope you guys like this. Please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.